Joining me today to discuss industrial cybersecurity is Chris Strug, Vice President of Business Development at Cyolo. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you.
You know, cybersecurity, industrial cybersecurity has a lot of different solutions and issues. Can you kind of explain where Cyolo fits into this mix?
Sure, Sid. So Cyolo is focused on providing simplified, secure connectivity. So we are a software product that's built under the Zero Trust framework that can be deployed in any type of environment. So you can deploy it in the cloud, on-prem, or in a hybrid situation, and even in an air-gapped environment. And what we do is we connect users only to the applications that they are required to access in systems. And you can do this both in the IT and the OT environment.
You know, a lot of our clients, a big thing for them is driving convergence between their IT and OT. Is this something that Cyolo can help them with, and so how?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think what Cyolo can bring is a unified methodology for them to connect. Again, secure connectivity built under Zero Trust. So a lot of companies are looking to implement Zero Trust, and we can help them with that being a Zero Trust-based product. But by providing the same level of accessibility for both OT and IT applications, it makes it a win-win for both sides as they're looking to do this convergence.
You know, another thing that we see with our clients a lot is digital transformation. And a lot of times it's being slowed down out of concern with cybersecurity. And again, is that something that Cyolo can help them with?
Absolutely. You know, with the convergence and it's increasing the attack surface in essence. And I think that's where much of the concern lays. And if you look at every type of attack, the common denominator is the adversary has to connect. So if we can, and what we provide is a method of secure connectivity, we ultimately reduce that attack surface, providing much more peace of mind to the users and eliminating their risk significantly, both in the IT and the OT environment.
You know, another thing with the digital transformation is there's a lot of disruptive technologies being introduced into OT systems today. Is that something you see? If so, you know, what you see as the most disruptive, and how can you help them?
Yeah, without a doubt. I think probably the biggest is Industry 4.0 in the cloud, right? Everyone is still concerned, not quite knowing what to do with the cloud, where it will embrace, because it affects each organization differently depending upon the types of systems and applications they're running. The way Cyolo can bring value there is that, again, we can provide this unified method by which users can access either cloud-based, on-premise-based, legacy systems, all in the same methodology. So they don't know where it resides, and makes that adaptability in the user experience significantly better.
You know, yesterday, as in my presentation, I made a big point about connected workers.
Yes.
And one of that is like vendors, you know, supporting with service, remote service and things like that. I would think your solution fits into that space pretty well. And can you talk about that? I mean, is that
absolutely? And we were thrilled that was one of the topics because it is probably our strongest set of use cases that we support. You know, you look at ushered support or ushered access or secure third-party access. We have a full complement of features that allow us to, let's say in supervised, where you can supervise the session. You can manage that session. You can record that session for auditability. So it's a full suite, very easy to deploy. We're an agentless product so that you can deploy onto your service providers' systems very rapidly to gain them to provide them just-in-time access. So yeah, we were thrilled with that storyline because that plays into the real strong suit of Cyolo.
Well, I'm glad I could help you. You know, the other thing I wanted to ask about, and it's a big thing, partnerships are very important, I think, in the cybersecurity in general and OT in particular. Can you kind of describe Cyolo's strategy for that? And
Sure. So Cyolo wishes to be part of the entire ecosystem, and that's what we're continually to be there, and to be a good player within that. And there are really two sides of that. One is the commercial partnerships, the way the product gets delivered to the end user. And so we're OEM-friendly environment, so we will be working with vendors, equipment manufacturers, and OEMs to embed the Cyolo solution into their products. and also the solution providers, the organizations that are developing those integrated solutions and delivering them to the client. The other part is the technical partnerships. And those are where other products within the ecosystem can add value to Cyolo and vice versa. So we have a technical alliance program where we work with those other companies to create, again, to nurture that ecosystem of sharing of information.
Well, Chris, it's been a pleasure speaking with you today.
Same here, Sid. Thank you very much.
We've been speaking with Chris Strug, Vice President of Development at Cyolo. Thank you for watching.